Shed Talk here.
Yep, another one.
Tristan.
Jacob.
And we got
And Dathen.
Yeah.
we got an old friend here.
Yep, Dathen.
And it's actually been a while since our last podcast, and we apologize for that.
Yeah, we're gonna try to work on that. It's been
a minute.
Yeah.
We shouldn't say exactly how long.
Okay. All right. Okay, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, water.
So yeah, Dathen, freaking, what's been going on? You got married recently.
Yeah.
How's married life
How's
treating you?
married life?
Pretty much he's... Fuck you guys.
He's like fucking, like he's like my co-host, like on some fucking fake ass like morning freaking.
What happened here?
Show.
Somebody got caught doing the repeater. That'll happen.
But no, married life's pretty much been exactly the same as it was before. We lived together for years already. I honestly don't think I'd ever marry a woman unless I already lived with her for years. So like, it didn't.
Oh
really,
really?
Didn't really change.
You never thought about maybe just one night in Vegas is crazy. You just never thought about that?
Nah.
Well, it's cool that you're liking it. Freaking.
Yeah, man.
It's not horrible. Yeah.
You plan on having a child anytime soon?
Not anytime soon, definitely not. Hell, by the time I actually am adult enough to be ready for that, the planet will be dead. So, like, it's cool.
If there even is a planet.
That's a little redundant.
We're a little stoned right now, so.
No, we're not. You're a little stoned.
Okay.
It's cool. Tristan has little stones.
In my kidneys.
Jeez.
Damn, dude.
Oh shit. Let's talk about something. Like, did you watch any of the final debate?
I actually chose to completely ignore that shit.
Why?
Well,
why not just watch it?
I don't know. Like, there's like this like low-key part of me where I get really drawn into political conversations really quickly, and like I try not to.
Yeah.
But like all in all, I just completely believe that like it's all bullshit. So like I don't really need to.
It's all bullshit?
Yeah, dude.
So what do you like? Are you like not planning on voting at all?
Probably not.
Vote for Vermin Supreme.
I actually think I forgot to register. If I still have time, I'll just.
I'm pretty sure you're probably already registered. Like, you should have already gotten a ballot at wherever your home address is, according to your ID.
Apparently, I haven't registered because I never got a ballot.
Do you have a freaking driving?
I do, and my wife and her grandmother both got them, but I did not.
Huh.
I was gonna plan to just write in Bernie Sanders to feel a little bit better about myself, but like realistically,
that's what I've been feeling.
Like it's gonna help much, but like fuck it, like.
Well, who knows? What if all the Bernie people wrote in Bernie Sanders?
Dude, that'd be sick. Like that's what I'm thinking. So like I'm gonna be that guy, you know? I'm gonna just jump on that one.
Well, yeah. If you aren't registered, you already missed the deadline. It was a few days ago.
Yeah, that would suck. But like all in all, it's kind of mellow to me. I mean,
well, there's more than just presidents we're voting for.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. But honestly, I don't know a lot about like I don't know, just small area politics. I haven't gotten into that a lot, and I think it's something I should probably explore more.
It's important. Like, because that's the shit that really is going to affect us. Whoever's president isn't going to affect us. Literally not. Like, unless something drastic happened.
Yeah, I guess.
Like,
I guess kind of get that.
Like, I think for here, really, in Oregon, it didn't change much between George Bush and... Yeah, Tristan's not being very...
I'm trying to figure something
out. No, yeah, he's not being a part of the podcast whatsoever. He's just playing on his Amazon Fire.
It's cool, dude. It's fire.
It's fire, man.
It's lit, fam.
Gucci.
It's got volume buttons on the back, and also its play button, or its power button.
I like the shape of it.
That's trippy. Yeah, I dig like
each independent side is trapezoidal. It's really enjoyable.
Trapezoidal?
I don't even know if that's a word, but it sounds like it. It's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I'll say it, trapezoidal, 2K16. Add it to the dictionary. Where you at, Webster's?
Dude, just put it on Urban Dictionary.
That's true.
Real. So, yeah.
I love Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary is pretty fucking
I remember
great.
when Nate this kid in high school that we knew looked up his own name, and it turns out it's the act of coming in your own mouth.
Yeah, dude. And we were in class when he found that shit out. He just
great.
looked it up on the internet. And he was like, and we asked him what it was, and he told us. And we all got a good laugh out of it.
School was fun.
Yeah.
I loved our school.
It's always strange, like, nowadays, just thinking about it.
Yeah, or like basically just like comparing the structure of the educational system to the world now, like to the real world.
Oh,
It's just hilarious to me.
I see what you mean, like what you learned.
Yeah, just like the basic comparison of like what we did every day then compared.
They
to
didn't teach us how to file taxes. They didn't teach us how to fucking. Like,
No, but they taught you math if you paid attention.
That's true, but like realistically, most people only use basic to medium like difficulty math. Most people aren't using trigonometry or shit like that.
I think those should be electives.
Honestly, I wish the educational system was set up more as, you know, like similar to how college is, where like you basically study what you want to study.
That's kind of how
As long
high
as you wanna
school is,
study it.
though. Like, at least our high school.
Only to
Yeah,
an
it
extent,
was nice
though.
because it was like it had
To an
that
extent.
separation. Like, well, way more than any other like high school, especially.
Oh,
in
yeah,
our area.
definitely.
I mean, it was definitely a very like forward-thinking, progressive high school, and I honestly enjoyed it. But like,
It was great.
Yeah.
Before going there, I didn't know about graphic design. I didn't know about
for sure, that was
film as
definitely-
literature. I didn't know about those kind of things. I wasn't aware of those kind of things until I went there. And then they became things that I thought were awesome. Mostly film as lit just because I could get stoned at lunch and come and watch movies.
Yeah, and like I honestly learned more from the classes I was in high as fuck all the time, not doing any work, than I did from anything.
Oh, really?
else.
I learned
yeah.
probably my most from the classes that I was really high in that I enjoyed working in, like my math
That's
class.
real. I mean, like graphic design was something that even when I gave completely up on high school and started failing, like graphic design was definitely a class that I kept at least a B in all the time because it was a class that I enjoyed.
You know what class I really always kept a good grade in?
What?
Our old Chinese class.
Dude, fuck that class. That class was the worst, best class.
That was hilarious. For the first 2 months of the fucking class, I skipped and the teacher gave me a straight A+. And that is fucking awesome. Yeah. Remember that shit. Remember that shit.
The final thing that, like, I don't know, because, like, I don't know. I just don't really want to talk about high school law, 'cause, like, that's pointless. Like, we've moved on, but realistically, like another thing I'd just like to really add is that, like...
I like how you're like, I don't want to talk about high school.
But I need to add.
That's real. I'm just a
Like-
dumbass. Don't worry about me.
Like, why not talk about high school?
Yeah.
This is part of the
That was real.
past.
But, like, I don't know. It's always funny to me to, like, see people on Facebook that I, like, knew in school for years, but I don't see now. And just, like, to see where people went. Like, there's people that are dead, people in jails, people that are nurses, like, people that I know that are married to other people that I know, and it's just, like, weird as fuck.
Like this motherfucker right here, I'm pointing to Tristan.
Yeah, like, him, yeah, dude, that, yeah. Definitely.
What about me?
People being with other people that we knew.
Yeah. I knew Miranda for years before you got with her.
Oh, yeah.
Same with Jacob. Like, you knew Allie for years before I ended
I
up with her.
introduced you to her.
Yeah, dude.
You like had a thing for Allie before.
Yeah. I gave up on Allie because I realized that Dathen and Allie had a more of a connection, so I just kind of like stopped talking to her altogether.
That's
Thanks,
nice.
homie.
And now they're
nice.
married.
And now they're married.
Yep.
You're not even married yet.
Nope, I'm engaged, but
You need to get married, man.
they've also been together a year longer
Dude,
than me and
marriage
Miranda.
don't matter. Him and Miranda love the fuck out of each other. Like, you can see it. Like,
It's a weird.
Then why not get married?
We don't need the government involved yet.
I don't want the government involved in my life. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude.
Dathan's going crazy here. Kicking file cabinets.
Kicking I elbowed it.
Kicking it with his elbow.
I believe that's a piece of plywood on top of it, or is that a cutting board?
Don't-
Yeah, dude, that's a piece of plywood.
Believe me, do not touch it. I touched it once and got like 4 splinters on my finger.
Shit, I don't want to die.
I don't think you'll die, but
Oh shit!
it's not a welcoming piece
What
of
was that?
wood.
What was that phobia you asked me if I had the other day?
Oh, arithmophobia.
Do you have arithmophobia?
What is
Nathan?
that?
It's the fear of numbers.
No, definitely not. Embrace numbers.
I
Love them.
embrace numbers.
Okay, we're gonna get
Embrace
down.
change.
We need to get down to business real quick. Dathen,
Yo.
I have a very serious question for you.
Yo.
Do you believe Bend, Oregon is real?
What?
Recent conspiracy saying that Bend, Oregon is not real. Anybody who has been to Bend, Oregon, or has a friend in Bend, Oregon, or has ever been to Bend, Oregon, all of them have memories implanted in their brain by the government that lead them to believe that there's a town where Bend, Oregon is. In fact, there isn't. There is just a lake and trees.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that. Like, I'm not sure that's a conspiracy theory I can just hop on.
Considering I've been through Bend.
I'll do some more research into it, man.
What are some conspiracy theories that you do believe in, though?
He believes the moon is a hologram.
That's not fully accurate.
I love that. Immediately.
I believe the surface of the moon is a hologram, like the surface that we see.
Okay. Okay.
And honestly, it was something that I don't just believe something without like looking into it and looking at both sides, seeing the evidence. But like I don't know, there's like hundreds of thousands of occurrences of people catching on video of the moon doing basically what it looks like when you turn on an old computer monitor, the big square ones, and they like roll with color over the screen. You catch the moon doing that in videos.
There's also
And so that's
computer
just,
editing. Or there's like video editing and shit.
And so that's definitive proof that.
Nah, there's
All right, let's get past the hologram moon thing. 'Cause I don't think there's gonna be anything that we could really dispute about that. Obviously.
Hey, Dathen.
What other ones?
What are your views on 9/11?
Yeah, what are your views on 9/11?
Obviously not a terrorist attack. Obviously an inside job. Like
An inside
you
job
hear
by
that?
who?
fuck, I don't know. Like possibly the U.S. government, like whoever's behind the U.S. government. If
And
it's
how
like
how do you think they did it?
Well,
Hold on.
Do you think they actually flew planes into the buildings?
that
Those guitars need to be moved. Denny's here.
Dude, you're destroying the conversation.
Okay.
We got a couch right here that Denny can sit on.
Okay.
I would definitely say that like the plane thing, like oh no, I'm wishy-washy on if there was actually planes involved. I know on the Pentagon one there wasn't. Like you look at the size of the hole, it's not nearly the size of a fucking plane.
Okay, continue.
So
Just continue.
All right.
I don't want to.
all right, and like on the Twin Towers, the support beams are perfectly cut, and one of the largest insurance payouts ever in American history was an insurance policy that was placed about 2 weeks before 9/11 took place, and it was on the Twin Towers. The payout was billions of dollars.
So you think the government had something to do with the insurance scheme and also the attacks? But you say that the beams were broke. In walks Garth, and I'm assuming Denny right there.
Enter Denny.
Enter Denny.
Did you shut the door?
I did.
Cool.
But and you say that the beams were cut.
Yeah.
Are you talking about afterwards, like in the photos of like after the fact, like after the towers went down?
Yeah. And like on top of
Just
that,
chill on the
like
couch, man.
another thing,
Have you ever
like as cliche as fuck as this sounds, jet fuel cannot melt steel beams. Like,
Yes, it can.
No, it cannot.
Yes, it can.
do you know how like what I'm assuming you have some idea, but like what's the heat that steel beams are supposed to?
I
Smell
believe
that.
it's. I'm not actually sure the exact numbers. I'm sure I could Google it instantly, but I know that it's like. I know that it's. I'm pretty sure around like a third, like, or it's like 3 times. Steel is 3 times the melting point of what jet fuel burns at, or 2 times.
But you do know there's
1,500
a difference.
degree or 1,500 or jet fuel burns at 800 degrees to 1,500 degrees, and it's saying that steel beams melt at 2,750
Is that heat?
Fahrenheit.
No, I'm talking about the steel beams, because the steel beams that were inside the Twin Towers had this special shit on them to make them fire resistant. But because of the government official story the plane when it hit, since it exploded and became a bunch of tiny little pieces of aluminum, like almost like sanded the steel beams and took off all the heat treated to make it just
That
normal.
sounds exactly like some made up bullshit.
Yeah, dude, that's all I'm saying.
How is that made up bullshit?
Dude, okay. I don't know. It just...
They could
I
literally
don't know.
just say that there was some coating on it.
Then what about watching the planes hit the tower?
That's not.
Do you believe they're holograms?
They're not saying
No.
that the planes aren't real. They're saying that there was explosions prior to it.
Yeah.
Like literally seconds before the plane hits, like milliseconds before
and
the
there's
plane
like...
hits, there's an explosion
yeah.
come out of the building.
Exactly.
I'd love to see it.
There's pictures of them. I believe they call them jellyfish explosions. They like happen outward. They're tiny explosions that happen in professional demolitions.
That's from the building compressing, the floors compressing on top of each other. You're talking about when it's
before
collapsing.
the plane hits?
No, not before. There's nothing like that happens before the plane hits it.
Literally explosion before plane hits is the first thing that comes up.
And what about Tower 7? What do you think about Tower 7? Do you think that was a...
Tower 7?
Yeah.
It's
You're a 9/11. You believe the 9/11 conspiracy, but you don't even know about Tower 7.
My head
That's
is
not-
just not fully in remembrance right now.
That's 9/11 conspiracists like keystone.
Tower 7 is a
So
little
I see some
building next to
eyewitness
it
testimony,
that
which is one of the worst
blew up.
testimonies.
like downward.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah.
blows downward.
Yeah.
They said that they had C4 up in all that fucking Tower 7 shit, dude.
Which, if you look at videos, there's a huge raging fire inside the building on the whole north side of the building. And 9/11 conspiracists like to use this video of Tower 7 collapsing to make it look like it's a controlled demolition. But they don't show is this loft that collapses in like 2 to 3 minutes before the whole building goes down, which is what starts the collapse.
I have no idea.
Like,
I know there was a team of engineers that tested to scale flying like a constructed like thing that they built, and it was like the plane was to scale into weight and the materials were to scale, and they tested it and the building like didn't fall
This is
just from
video.
like
Yeah.
the test of the plane hitting it.
what I saw in that video was them talking to people who were there on the ground, and eyewitness testimony is one of the worst pieces of evidence, and it's freaking almost always inaccurate.
Well, not only that, but they were already newscasting before the fucking planes even hit.
And
They started
BBC
newscasting after the first one hit.
BBC
Before.
documented.
No.
Yes.
It was-
BBC
it was
documented.
I've watched full broadcasts
BBC
after the plane hit.
BBC recorded and documented and released on the news that the 9/11 attacks were happening and that the plane had hit and the Twin Towers
Very
had fallen 7 minutes before the plane had hit.
Correct. Like, this was fucking, it's a premeditated fucking murder, dude. This is
What
all
is it pointing at? It's that thing?
That flash. That's not an explosion. Just wait. That's where the first explosion happens right before the nose of the plane hits the building.
What?
I don't know. I just honestly
What?
feel like at this point, unless you
What?
live in a closeted like
That is
closed...
one of the most ridiculous videos ever. The nose hits the building, it starts to explode, and they pause it. They point an arrow at something that was already on the building the whole time the video was playing, and then pointing at one of the engines.
However, once you see the plane go in, you realize that there's no hole for the plane.
Dude, all I'm saying is unless you live in a
So,
closeted...
okay, so now it's trying to say that
this plane is
it's a
fake.
hologram.
Okay, that's bullshit. But unless you live in a closeted, closed-minded state, honestly, like us living in Oregon right now, you are the minority by believing that 9/11 was not an inside job.
No, I do not believe I am at all.
Oh, dude, I guarantee you are.
I do not believe that at all.
It's an inside job.
I don't
How many
believe-
of us
I don't-
in this
I don't-
room believe it's an inside job?
Please raise your hand.
3 people. 3 people out of 5. One of the ones that didn't was a young man who I'm glad he didn't raise his hand. He hasn't probably looked into it at all.
No, probably not, but
I've looked into it, and everything I've seen of it, I maybe don't believe the government's official story 100%, but I do not believe that the government orchestrated one of the
Think-
freaking biggest
Oh,
terrorist
no.
attacks.
Full-
think about it like this, okay? You're a terrorist, okay? Why would you want to knock down a building?
They're
Explain
two,
this
they're
to
two
me,
of the
Jacob.
most freaking iconic buildings.
Explosion next to the fucking buildings,
Dude,
right before the building.
That video, that's Tower 1. That explosion was the plane hitting Tower 2.
Okay, check it.
The video
First off,
doesn't show you all the towers, so you cannot see the plane hitting it.
Jacob, as a terrorist, why would you want to knock down, even if they are iconic, it's an iconic...
And there's thousands of people
structure
that work inside those buildings.
Okay, but listen, as a terrorist, my point is, if I'm the one doing, terrorist bullshit, I'm gonna fucking try to cause a big calamity, which is, I would go fucking kill the president. Everybody knew where Bush was.
They tried to.
Why not take that plane and just crash it into a fucking school full of children?
Can I ask a question? What do you say to the fact that they found in the wreckage the passports of every single terrorist on those planes?
I don't believe that. I'd have to see some proof. I can't just take your statement on it.
Look it up. It was a statement released by the U.S. government that they found all of the passports.
Well, I'd love to see that.
But all the jet, but I'm sure that jet fuel can't.
But I'd love to
pay
talk
for that, right?
about the being no plane at the Pentagon. Have you seen the pictures of the freaking landing gear inside the Pentagon? Right next to the giant hole that the plane created.
Dude,
Same with
there's a
an engine
comparison
who's
where the
on
hole is
front.
this big and the plane is this big. It shows an outline of the full size of a plane, and the hole is this big, dude. It's like smaller than the fuselage. It's the size of a missile.
No, it's
Dude,
not.
even my mom believes that 9/11 is an inside job.
I don't care what your mom believes.
Dude, I think everybody, a good population of America believes
Yeah,
the
dude.
inside job.
I feel like you're a little behind on
Think
this
about
one.
it.
The
It
fact
was
that you don't believe it.
Dathen, you were wrong.
What?
They didn't say that they found the passports of the terrorists on the plane in the tower.
He's speaking some Alex Jones shit.
They're saying that the passport that was found was for the terrorist who hijacked the plane that crashed into the World Trade Center.
So they found a single passport.
A single passport that belonged to the man who crashed the plane into the World Trade Center, supposedly. However, I have seen the same shit that you were talking about, it being the size of a missile, when there's outlines of a plane there, but there's not a hole big enough. However, there's also solutions to that explanation. The plane could have... It was literally the size of a fuselage. Not a missile, but
smaller than a fuselage.
And there's cameras literally across the street on a building, mounted, hanging over, good cameras.
That didn't catch a
that
plane.
didn't catch a single fucking thing.
No, the government hasn't released the video.
Why would they?
Yes, they have.
I don't know. No, that's what tons of 9/11 conspiracists complain about, is that they haven't released all the videos of the cameras that were pointed at the Pentagon. They released 4 or 5 frames of a camera that people say that don't prove anything that a plane hit it. But I think the pictures of a giant engine and landing gear, burnt landing gear inside of the Pentagon in this huge hole. Have you seen photos of people standing inside the hole taking photos? It is absolutely fucking ginormous. You're talking about a photo from the grass way back away.
How about we just move on from 9/11 and find something else? Because I feel like we getting a little heated up in here.
No, I'm just trying to ask you if you've seen those pictures. Have you seen those pictures of people standing in the holes taking pictures of the giant freaking hole inside the Pentagon?
Yes, I have.
And the multiple floors that have been crushed.
Just think about it like this, dude. During that time, it was, we were in a pot boiling because of what was going on in the Middle East. We didn't have a fucking excuse to go to the Middle East until this shit happened. And then we go to the Middle East. Do you think, to go find weapons of mass destruction, which we didn't find, but yet we're still in a country contesting for resources that we shouldn't even be contesting on.
Do you know that recently it came out that we went into the wrong countries?
Yeah, apparently we went into the wrong countries.
Why would the government fake it?
Because it's imperialism,
attack
dude.
A country that they say did it, but then also release statements years later saying that they attacked the wrong people.
But you have
that does not make any sense. That would not be a conspiracy. That would not be somebody.
But you have to acknowledge that every single political move that a country has ever made, ever in the history of time, ever, because the goal simply is to conquer everybody. I mean, isn't that the goal of every single country ever?
Pretty much.
So pretty much every single move that a country has ever made is over resources.
Correct.
And pretty much wealth in the system that we have created that we live in every single day.
Because think about it. We've been urging people to change their currency to the dollar. Instead of keeping their currency, we've basically just went off and we're like, yo, dude, change that shit.
And every single pivotal, like, movement like that has to have a race that it focuses on. Think about how long Middle Eastern races have been slurred across every negative viewpoint that can possibly be conveyed. Every single movement is about resources and has a race behind it.
Pretty much.
And 9/11 was a trigger point for that.
Do you know that there's more oil in Texas?
Yes,
Then
we
why
have.
are we not?
Then why do a mass freaking attack on your own people for weapons of mass
Emergency
destruction
powers,
convenience?
dude. Emergency powers. You think that if Bush would have came up, if none of this shit would have happened, and do you really honestly think that Bush would have been like, yo, we're gonna go fuck around and imperialize another country because we're bored as fuck. Please let this happen. Please okay this for us. No one's gonna fucking do that. Fuck no. So you have to fucking plan this shit out and you have to fucking be like, boom. Think about Star Wars. Think about Order 66. They blamed a fucking race
Think about
of people.
Star Wars.
But it's true though, because, you know, think about it. They blame a whole fucking group of people who didn't have anything, you know, they were trying to stop a bad guy and the bad guy is a good guy. Quote on, quote off, you know, and he's like, these people try to fucking kill me. You've seen what they've done to me. They must be exterminated. And that's what happened. They all got exterminated over being framed for some bullshit. That's what I'm saying, is the fact that we just needed an excuse to go over and fucking exercise our muscles, basically. And that's what Russia's doing to us now. They're just looking for a fucking excuse to exercise their muscles on us, dude.
So you think Russia's close to waging an attack on their own people?
No, I think Russia...
and then saying that it's Americans.
No, Russia's fucking gonna butt rape us because they've already told us. President Putin has fucking come out and said, whoever our fucking, you know, presidential candidate, whoever wins, if it's Hillary, we're gonna go to war with them, apparently. Apparently he just wants to fucking go to war with the U.S.
I haven't heard him say that we're going to war.
I've also heard that. I've actually read it, dude. I've seen the articles where I've read it where he says that. I've also read the fact that apparently the Obama administration has come out and said that Russia's been messing with our election system and shit, just so they can get Donald Trump.
Well, that's what Hillary has been trying to say to get people distracted from the WikiLeaks.
Well,
She's trying to say
everything's
that
a
it's
distraction, dude. Just think about it. Everything that's going on right now is a distraction of what's really going on in Syria, in Russia, what's really about to go fucking down. So
Revolutions happen all the time, and you never see them.
pretty much, dude.
All I'm going to say about 9/11 again is that I just suggest anyone listening to look into it for themselves.
Yep.
Pretty much. Everyone's got an opinion on it.
But 3 out of the 4 of us in this room that are actually talking believe that it was an inside job. If that means anything. So.
I truly believe that it's an inside job.
Right.
Plus, there's so many references that have been made about the Twin Towers blowing up before it even fucking happened. Look at fucking Biggie Smalls in the 90s. He was talking about that shit, but it was also in reference to the whole Illuminati game where it shows on there the fucking Twin Towers blowing the fuck up.
Yeah, in Simpsons, there's a poster with 2 buildings, one of them's like on fire.
Johnny Bravo as well.
Does that mean that Johnny Bravo, the people who make Johnny Bravo, and the people who made The Simpsons, were in on a government conspiracy?
That's the real question.
Is media entangled with the government? Like I guess that's another discussion. If we want to have it now, we can. But we can move on from there.
Are the Powerpuff Girls and Samurai Jack in the same world?
Oh no, dude! I'm just saying that every single piece of media you ever watch sends some kind of psychological message to you somehow.
Oh yeah, because
so that means it's at the power of a government.
Who knows? I'm saying that it could be a powerful tool for a government to manipulate.
It is. It's propaganda.
And so you think they left hints inside Johnny Bravo, Simpsons, and Biggie Smalls?
We're just saying that it's possible that the media is played by an outside force.
Okay.
But there's also one big thing. If you're going to try and blow some shit up in your own country to start a war that you want to go to, why would you leave any slight hint or clue about it anywhere whatsoever?
The government can't hide half of the shit that they do. We find out about so much of the shit that we do.
I'm talking about like the fucking...
So why would this conspiracy, where
Bravo
people
shit.
talk out on shit all the time that's happened in the past, they always come out and talk about shit. How come not a single person ever has come out who said, I was at this meeting where these people said these things about the 9/11 attacks. Or about any government attack on its own, because friggin' conspiracy theorists think that Sandy Hook was a false flag attack.
I do.
Really, you believe that?
Yes.
Why? I'd love to talk about this. Why?
I don't honestly have a lot of theories towards it. I just feel like Sandy Hook was a good manipulation point. And the fact that the school has been completely erased. Sandy Hook doesn't exist anymore. The school's gone. It's been leveled.
Yeah, they just rebuilt it. They just rebuilt it. So other than that, other than the fact that they rebuilt a school where children were shot and killed.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
What-
why wouldn't you
what
want to
else?
rebuild something like
I don't
that
know.
and give a more positive new memory to the kids who are still there at that school?
Yeah.
What
It's
is
just
it?
like Columbine, when there was a attack there, they rebuilt the whole cafeteria and library. The library is no longer up there because children were shot and killed there.
Shit's grim.
I just think it's bullying, dude. It's negativity affecting different people. I've fucking dealt with people like that. My buddy, one of my best friends, who's now married, has kids, he has a fucking life. He once told me that he was gonna fucking grab a fucking gun and go shoot up the school and go shoot up his bullies. People who bullied him all his fucking life. He's like, dude, I fucking had it. I'm fucking over it. And I'm gonna go fucking kill them. And then once the cops show up, I'm gonna have a assisted suicide by the cops. So I'm gonna shoot them. That way they can kill me. And I'm like, you're fucking retarded, for one. For two, no, it's not gonna happen. If you're gonna fucking kill anybody, you better fucking shoot me first, because I'm gonna be in front of the first fucking victim that you're pointing that gun at, and you better shoot me through them, dude, because I'm not gonna let you kill nobody. And he fucking realized what he was doing, that he was being a fucking dumbass. So I truly, honestly believe that school shootings only happen because of bullies and people not listening to people getting bullied and shit like that. We've now created a world of victims, dude. Everybody fucking is a fucking puss. I'm sorry, but it's true. Everyone's a fucking little pussy. No one wants to fucking, either talk about their issues with people. They want to keep them to themselves. No one wants to fucking fight it out anymore. It's all about fucking, oh my god, such and such did this, such and such did that. And then that's why fucking school shootings happen. And then they're like, oh man, it's because they were crazy. They've logged so many hours into violent games. Let's blame everything else except what really is the fucking problem. Everybody wants to point fingers. No one wants to fucking come to a realization.
I feel you on that, but the Sandy Hook thing's a little different because the kid who shot all the children was older than them, wasn't going to the same school. Because Sandy Hook was an elementary school for little kids.
Ah.
And he was like a teenager. And he shot his mom before going to the school and shooting the kids. So it's slightly different. I don't know if he was like bullied or something.
They
but
could have had a shitty
I don't
home life.
understand why you would
That
go
explains
and
shooting your mom.
yeah, but the shooting of the little kids, I don't think there's any explanation for that.
Maybe he just snapped.
Well,
Probably.
exactly. He had mental health problems.
He's like, where is there a large mass of people right now?
Yep.
A school.
Yep.
And he probably thought of the next closest school to him, and that was unfortunately just Sandy Hook.
I don't know, man.
It's been one heavy episode. I like it.
It's tickling your feelers.
Well, see, if we're talking about shit like that, what is your opinion on the whole Illuminati and that whole whatever they are organization trying to create a new world order?
I don't think it's anything.
You don't think it's anything?
What about Anonymous?
Well, obviously Anonymous is something real.
I'm asking your views
videos
on
and
it.
stuff.
I'm asking your views on it.
Oh. Well, it's whatever. Like they're just
How many of those did you buy?
That's like asking me
Okay, dude.
what my view is on Snowden. Just it's a good dude. Same with Anonymous. They're good people.
Okay.
They just want to find
Wait.
shit out.
Snowden?
Yeah, Edward Snowden.
That movie that they're making?
I think it already came out.
It already came out. Did you not realize that was based on a real person?
No.
They even said it. On
Oh
Real ass
my
nigga.
god.
He's a real ass nigga.
Yeah, bro.
This motherfucker. You don't know Edward Snowden. Oh man, one of our fucking biggest whistleblowers.
Do you know Teddy Raindon? It's fine. I'm dumb. It's cool.
Who the fuck's that? Is that another whistleblower? Is that one of the biggest whistleblowers ever?
No. Eddie Snowden.
Edward.
or Edward Snowden, Teddy, whatever the fuck.
Landon.
Yeah, he was trying to make like a play on.
Yeah, dude, I'm just dumb as fuck. That's the problem.
Throw
You're
it.
too smart for me.
Legit?
Legit, just throw it.
See, I did that to him earlier. Just got mad.
Yeah, it's cool if Denny does
I guess.
it.
You threw it at me. You tossed it to me so I could smoke it.
Fair.
What else? I don't know, dude. It's just, there's a lot of things in the world that we don't really know. Or
What?
people don't want to tell us. I mean, for example, why would you cover up the fact that, Osama bin Laden died? Like, they set his body into the ocean. Motherfucker's not Megatron. This is not Transformers. Okay? And B, they didn't release that his body, like, they didn't release pictures of his dead ass body. And if they did, they're saying that it could have been a fucking body double.
Who?
Osama bin Laden.
Oh, they're also saying
I
that,
think Osama
if
bin Laden
if
was a
Osama-
CIA agent.
I believe that too.
they're also saying that Hitler's still alive.
Do you think Hitler's still alive?
That's possible.
They're saying
They
really
never
think
found a
Hitler-
body.
we never
Well,
saw
no,
Hitler's
I don't think
body.
he's still alive. I think he's dead now. But if it's possible that he could have lived through the moment in which we thought he committed suicide, if it was like possibly a body double, he could have lived. He could have continually
Oh.
lived. I mean, it is possible.
Yeah,
Who
dude.
fucking knows, right?
Have you been to Argentina? Because that's where like half of his fucking crew's at right now.
I just think
Down south.
this is something that happens with humans. When we don't have enough information, we like to fill in answers for ourselves.
Could be.
Could also be that they're alive.
I'm just saying, dude.
Yeah,
I already know that some of his crew has been arrested. They have like outstanding war.
Some of his crew, can we just call them Nazis? Can we just say Nazi? That's what they are.
It's his clique.
Okay, I don't want to be the Donald
his
Trump
gang.
saying that Obama
Do they run
won't
around
say
and tag
radical
Third Reich on
Islamic-
fences and shit?
Like I,
Swastikas and shit all over fucking South America, bro.
like I don't want to be a Republican saying that no Democrats ever say that radical Islamic terrorism. Let's just call them Nazis. That's what they are.
Okay, well, there's been Nazi officers that have been arrested for war crimes of World War II down south. in
Yep.
Yes,
Argentina and shit.
because we didn't capture every single man who fought in the war and killed them.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of.
Because that
a
would
lot of
be
them,
because then we'd be no better than the Nazis.
like-
That goes that way.
Yeah.
Not a good beer, Denny.
It is
So,
really good. Makey's.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, so I went and saw that Godzilla movie. I just want to talk about it for a quick second. It was amazing. If you don't know, it's called Shin Godzilla or Godzilla Resurgence. It was the new Toho Godzilla film, and
It's out. Well,
it was absolutely amazing.
You gotta.
It played a lot on like the nuclear reactor like meltdowns. When did that happen? 2009?
I
Something like
want
that?
to say 2009 or like 2011.
Yeah,
or something like that.
right around there. It plays off a lot of that, like how like Japanese people like feel now about nuclear power and shit. Because there's like tons of protests and shit over nuclear power in Japan now.
That's real.
Ever since then, and it was basically just a nice little like remake of the original one. A little funnier, I think.
Cool.
A lot of good humor and just making fun of like Japanese bureaucracy. How like there has to be a meeting for a meeting. Like they have to discuss whether or not they should do something at every step of the way. And like there's just a chain of command that has to be followed no matter what.
Do we shoot this Godzilla 36 times? Send it up the chain.
No, there's an old woman walking right in front of Godzilla. That was one of the funniest things. They had all these Apache helicopters ready to attack Godzilla with some like missiles and shit. And
Yeah,
all of a
holy
sudden
cow.
they're like, wait, they're civilians, and there's an old person carrying another old person on their back through a crosswalk, like right in front of Godzilla, just standing there, like dun, 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 ready to fuck some shit up. And then the friggin' prime minister's like, no, we can't attack. And then the Apaches go away. And Godzilla
What?
just tears shit up for a little bit more and then goes into
So
the ocean.
funny.
It was awesome. And he like evolved. Like at first he was like this weird like half amphibian like land sea like or land fish like kind of thing. And then he evolved into like a straight standing up with like tiny little nubs that didn't even have arms yet, or like hands, not arms, hands. And then like he turned into Godzilla, which was like a fucking monster.
You know why he terrorizes Japan?
Why?
Because motherfucker can't make his own bed with his little fucking arms, dude. That's why he's so pissed off.
Dude, in this one, his
Fuck all
hands
y'all!
were turned up like this, and he was
Turned up.
and he was always like grasping like this. And fucking, he would shoot
Cup those
a
balls.
fucking photon thing out of his mouth. It would start out as this crazy ass like napalm fire, literally engulfed like all of Tokyo, and then it turned into like this
Power.
like purplish like flame, and then all of a sudden just a straight photon like, and he just like cuts through like a bunch of fucking skyscrapers in Tokyo, and then he has ones coming out of his fucking back that he's taking out stealth bombers, like U.S. stealth bombers.
This is Godzilla, dude.
Dude,
Godzilla's on fucking
He's
roids or
fucking
something,
nuts.
The dude just like took Godzilla and
he's
was like,
turned
yeah,
up.
he's
Yeah,
just
bro,
not
he's turned
badass
up
enough.
Godzilla.
And then at the end, they figured out the way to defeat him. They were gonna coagulate his blood so that he couldn't freaking. And so like they have all these cranes. They're like shooting this like not anti-coagulant, but like coagulants into his mouth. And then, like, he blows them away with some fire and shit. And then they knock him down again by destroying some buildings, like 9/11 style, if you like. Freaking set detonations to make the buildings fall over on him. Then he falls over again. They bring in some more cranes. Then he eats those, like, grabs them with his mouth and, like, tears them up. Tears some more shit up. They drop some more buildings on him. And then they finally put some more in, and they freaking coagulate. They get all the rest of it inside him. And then he, like, freezes once he stands up. And he's like a stone, like, huge fucking statue. Just in the middle of, like, radiated Tokyo. And there's like, oh, we're gonna have to learn how to live with Godzilla. And then at the very end, like, it's like going up his tail, like a stone tail. And there's like humanoid Godzillas like coming out of his tail.
What the fuck?
So like they set it up for another one. I'm excited.
Spoiler alert, this sounds like a movie I kinda don't want to see.
What? You don't like old Godzilla movies?
I feel like I do, but like in a way where like the inner 3-year-old in me does.
What?
Yeah. Cause like,
So you can laugh at them.
It's my childhood.
No. Yeah, exactly. But like to me, that's like my early childhood. That's like playing N64 with my uncle, like watching Godzilla building Gundams. Like,
dude, no, that's not. Me watching Godzilla movies was like from when I was like 3 all the way till now. Like I never stopped watching them. They're great.
And have you been turned up the whole time?
Turned up, man. Turned up, dude. I used to have a King Ghidorah, freaking the 3-headed behemoth, freaking.
It was
I
turned up.
used to have a play action figure of that. I used to have a Godzilla action figure. That shit was my life. Same with like Power Rangers, man.
Well, fuck. Can we just talk about some movies for a while?
Yeah, dude. We can talk about whatever.
Name a movie. Name any movie.
I don't know, like movies that we've seen at least relatively recently that we like.
movie.
Well, that was the most recent movie I've seen.
One that I saw recently that really got me was The Martian.
That's
Really?
I really enjoyed that movie, honestly.
I thought it was good. I don't think it
alright.
deserved to win Best Comedy.
Yeah, no, definitely
Yeah,
not.
no,
I mean, it was
definitely.
funny.
That-
It had its moments, but
but
like it
it's-
wasn't meant to be a comedy. That
Yeah.
wasn't what it's.
Yeah, I was like,
And it won Best Comedy?
I was like, yeah, it
Yeah.
won Best
What?
Comedy. I was like, okay.
It's being like, yo, Madonna, we should definitely invite her to the Golden God Awards for metal this year. Like,
Dude,
I don't know,
nobody
it's-
even takes the Golden God Award seriously.
that's real.
Like there's no good award shows really for any music besides the Grammys.
That's true.
Like that's the only thing for music. Anything else is just fucking stupid. No one cares about an MTV movie or video award.
Oh yeah.
But have you seen any of the new like Marvel movies?
I'm actually excited for Doctor Strange.
Not in a while.
Me
I'm
too.
really
Me too.
excited for.
And I'm not into Marvel
for
movies.
Logan.
Yeah, the trailer is awesome.
Old Man Logan?
I'm not a big fan.
Did you see the trailer?
I saw the trailer. It looks.
I'm not a huge fan of the X-Men series. I'm a bigger fan of the Wolverine movies, honestly.
I'm not a big fan of any of the X-Men movies. Apocalypse wasn't too bad.
Fox
Days of
just
Future
needs to
Past wasn't bad. Fox needs to get rid of
Yeah,
it.
Fox
Me
needs
and
to
Denny
give
talked
up.
about this
Yeah.
the other night. They need to let it go.
They do, dude.
They need
It's
to
just bad.
They need to sell the rights, like the movie rights, back to Marvel. Same with Fantastic Four.
Yep, and they just need to reboot them with an actual fucking good story.
Yeah.
Coming from Marvel.
Or
Not-
just do what Sony's doing with Spider-Man. Let Marvel handle it and just take all the credit.
pretty much.
Which that new Spider-Man's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah, they all have been. Like the Spider-Mans, or is it the same in the series of the newer ones?
You like the newer ones, the Amazing Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of those
Really?
at all.
I
thought
fucking hated it.
Terrible.
The only thing that
they
I liked-
they were worse than the friggin' Tobey Maguire ones.
Well, the only thing that I disliked, the only thing I actually liked was the casting of Andrew Garfield. I felt like he was a good Spider-Man.
Yeah,
But,
I think Tom Holland, he is Spider-Man.
We'll see. He did an outstanding job in the Avengers.
Or
Captain America,
Civil War.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's still too early to tell. He was decent in
He
that
sold
role,
me.
though. I don't
He's
know,
only
man.
on screen for maybe 5 minutes, but
I mean,
man.
it's not just him though. You gotta realize his supporting cast. They
Yeah.
casted Zendaya as probably Mary Jane, which is weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yep, but
That's gonna be
whatevs.
interesting.
You know, they've been doing a shit ton of.
I feel like they needed to do what's her name, the one that Green Goblin kills,
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy.
Well-
I feel like they need to do that.
Green Goblin didn't really kill her. If you look back at the movie, it's Spider-Man's fault. Like,
No, I'm not talking about movies. I'm talking about comics.
Okay, yeah.
Like Green Goblin straight up just drops her,
Yep.
and she just lands on the fucking.
Holy fucking shit! That's a
Whoa.
big ass spider.
Hey.
Holy fucking, he's fast.
Kill it.
Woo, dude.
Damn, that's a
He's
spider.
gone. You can't kill it. He's gone.
That was awesome. Well,
Where'd
Damn,
it go,
bro.
dude?
That's
Dude,
gotta
that
be.
thing
That's gotta
took
be how
off.
fast Donald Trump thinks Mexicans are.
I love how everyone thinks there needs to be a fence. Do they not realize that like the cartel have like huge ass tunnels?
True.
It's like, come on. Vice did a special on it a while ago. Like
Catch up.
I learned about that like 2014. Come on.
Everybody's just kind of like,
Everybody's flipped out now about freaking a spider.
I'm just gonna chill at Jacoby's.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like that's the way to do it.
Yeah. We're all good. I don't know why Tristan's flipping out. He wasn't even sitting on the couch that me
Yeah.
and Dathen are sitting on. Me and
Like,
Dathen have a right. Dathen even more so because the spider came after him.
Oh my god.
dude, no, I
that
watched
shit.
it like
It's funny you talk about Spider-Man and the fucking spider show.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
he's finna turn Dathen into Spider-Man. Finna turn Dathen into Spider-Man.
Yo, anybody see any old movies that they like watch? That,
Movie
like,
43.
haven't seen in a long ass time that they like have seen recently that they really enjoyed.
Movie 43.
I haven't seen movie 43.
An older movie
It's
that
hilarious.
I
I own
haven't
it. I'll let you borrow
seen.
it.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know.
Oh,
I recently bought Accepted.
Tokyo
Oh,
Drift.
dude,
That's a good
Accepted
movie.
is
That
awesome.
movie with Justin Long.
Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift. Yeah, dude. I fucking downloaded all the that Fast and Furious films.
Dude, hey, it's all good. I talk about torrenting on this.
Yeah, dude.
Don't worry about it.
Everybody torrents, right? It's
Everyone
2016.
illegally downloads shit. It's just how the world works.
I don't do it.
Oh, really? You've never downloaded some music off the internet?
Is this the mango? Dude?
At school.
You never
Dude.
downloaded one of those apps
I
where
s-
you type it in and it brings up songs and you can download.
Homie, I spent
Never
more
once.
time.
I don't believe you.
I spent more time in high
Where do you
school.
get your music then?
My friend who's already done that.
So, well, then you're so
You're accepting illegal
dude.
goods.
Yeah, that's literally the exact same crime,
Pretty much.
In high school, I spent more time downloading music than I did doing classwork.
dude. I feel you, man.
I would literally just here, turn off your monitor. Sorry. In the middle of a dark room, turn it back on. Click. Turn off your monitor.
You
Sorry.
should have just turned the brightness down, man. We always got away with that shit. You just turn the screen down all the way. You're just like, you're just like squinting at it, like, fuck. It's like black on black. I can't even see. But yeah, I used to torrent tons, not torrent, but illegally download tons of music at school.
I
Everybody
mostly,
did, dude. I
I
mean,
mostly do stuff from YouTube. It's my thing. I download
Really?
from YouTube,
That's illegal too.
I used to LimeWire. Remember when fucking LimeWire was
I
relevant?
do, dude. I remember
Remember
using
my
it-
computer getting destroyed from that.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I remember I downloaded tons of old I remember I was downloading ICP and stuff on that. I like how
I hate you.
you guys are standing up, and then I also downloaded some Lamb of God, and then I went and saw them at Ozfest that same year.
Shouts out to Lamb of God, though.
Shouts out to Lamb of God, bros. Lamb of God's pretty good.
Yeah, for real.
Again,
Most stuff.
what else can we talk about? Football games are on today. Again, did you watch any of them?
I did not.
No?
Nah. Garth turned on the Raiders whatever game, and apparently they were fighting with each other. I think it was Raiders Jaguars.
Yeah, it was Raiders Jaguars. I'm pretty sure Oakland destroyed them. They were destroying when I was watching. It wasn't much of a game. Freaking Jags were getting their ass kicked. It was like 20-9 or something.
Damn. I haven't even seen the Denver score.
Oh, fuck. I don't even remember. Are you sure they don't play Monday?
They played today at 5:30, which was funny because this motherfucker comes into my room and he's like, "Broncos lost to the Texans. What the fuck is going on?" I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? No way!" And he's like, "I shit you not, they lost to the Texans." So I was like, "Fuck that! I gotta look." And fucking, I checked and they aren't playing until 5:30. I'm like, "How the fuck did they lose if they're not playing until 5:30, homie?"
Yeah, that's weird.
Fucking crazy.
That was like earlier. Tristan and Miranda talking about The Walking Dead when the episode hadn't even aired yet.
Dude, it aired.
Yeah, because it's late as fuck now.
No, I'm talking about when it was on when we were talking about that.
No.
Wasn't it 9:30 when you guys started talking about that?
No, it was like
We talked about that before that. He brought it back up again later.
Oh.
But, dude, no, the new episodes air at 10. They start at 10 o'clock. And then they have The Talking Dead afterwards. And they were doing some hour and a half freaking special.
Walking Dead never carried my interest a lot.
I liked the first season when I thought it was really good. Then they fired all the people, all the showrunners, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then I didn't like the second season, so it lost me.
Yeah,
The comics are absolutely amazing, though.
I've seen a few of them. Really, my thing about The Walking Dead is it is just like a lot of periods of. Nah,
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
I do not. I should, but I don't.
Fucking
I don't
for
do
real,
a lot
you
of torrenting
should.
anymore. I don't have an access to like an HBO Go. I don't have HBO. I don't watch a lot of TV. I use Netflix.
Have you seen Westworld?
Not.
Westworld.
showed me it,
Let's
so
talk
that's
about
it.
that because Westworld's amazing.
But Tristan was talking
Oh
about.
no, they
it
do
too
play
the other
tomorrow
day.
at 5. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, I was supposed to go that way, wasn't it?
Oh.
No,
Oh,
it
fucking-
goes back
okay,
this way.
yeah.
Yeah, because we
Again.
switched the road over.
But yeah, Westworld is fucking amazing.
Westworld is the bee's knees.
Yeah, we can talk about like the third episode. We haven't seen the fourth one. It aired tonight though.
Nice.
But the third episode was pretty good. Not too much happened.
No.
Like as far as
Oh, I don't
events.
think I've seen the third episode.
Yeah, we watched.
Oh
it.
yeah. Okay.
Freaking
Can I just say, shouts out to your Velcro dad shoes. I really like those.
dude.
Those are sick.
Dude, okay, I got these shoes for $5 fucking bucks.
That's what's up, though.
I paid
Jacob-
$5 for these.
I'm gonna stop you right now and say The Walking Dead recap season 7 episode 1 was posted over 3 hours ago, and it's going on 11.
And you don't think that is fake? I read 3 different ones that posted before saying a recap. They
They
all
are
said
all the
different
same
people
shit.
died.
They all say the same shit.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it so you guys can hate me. I don't give a fuck about The Walking Dead. Walking Dead's a piece of shit.
Neither do I.
I think the show's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
I'm
waste.
simply talking about when the show
Yeah.
premieres new episodes.
You know what?
I didn't
really
watch
wanna
the new
see?
episode.
If we're
I
talking
mean,
about
I thought you meant the
zombies,
show.
Zombieland, like a
I haven't watched
Zombieland
the new shit.
2.
Oh, I
sequel,
would
dude.
love to see
I
that.
would love
But
to see
Glenn
that shit.
I also
and
would.
What?
Abraham
Did you not
Bell.
like Zombieland?
It was okay. I
It
think
was
it's a
okay.
good. I think
Honestly-
it's a good one-off.
Honestly,
Whatever.
I don't know. I feel like that and Kick-Ass kind of started the modern irreverent comedy of our
And
generation.
See, I feel like Kick-Ass should have stuck at 1 because Kick-Ass 2, like we watched it together. It was so predictable. I was predicting lines before, like right before they said it. Like
I enjoyed Kick-Ass
like
too.
I
I
didn't-
mean,
the
honestly,
writing
not
was
as much as the first one, but
The writing was too predictable for me.
That's true.
I saw where it was going every step of the way. I didn't.
Yeah, but that you can blame it on the writers, not the fucking movie itself.
But that's what the whole movie is based on. Like maybe the visuals are cool, but I'm not gonna stick around if it's a shitty story.
I just remember there's a song earlier.
Dathen's getting comfortable here. He didn't realize there's an arachnid crawling around looking for his butthole.
It's always an arachnid looking for my butthole, man.
They don't fuck with you unless you fuck with them. They remember, dude. They remember.
I don't fuck with you.
Dude, I got a European crab spider that's out, and like right out front of my back door, and man, it's pretty cool. It's starting to change colors because it's getting older.
That's
Yeah, dude.
cool.
Crab spiders
Badass.
are pretty
I
sick.
caught a wasp the other day,
Yeah.
and the wasp was flipping the fuck out, and it was trying to sting it, and it was like trying to bite it to like paralyze it. Oh my god,
Was it awesome?
it was awesome.
Fight of nature.
It was so great. I
Should've
love
fucking recorded it,
powerful.
dude.
I love shit like that.
That shit's legit.
Like, that's some of my favorite shit ever. Watching is like two crazy animals or insects or anything of any species fighting each other. That's why I love World Star Hip Hop.
World Star.
Shouts out World Star.
That's funny shit.
Fucking World Star, dude.
Wow.
I love World Star.
It never gets old.
But you wanted to talk about movies. What movies have you seen recently that you were like, Oh, hey.
Well, Martian was one. What else have I watched recently?
I finally saw Neighbors 2.
Yeah?
Oh, did you?
And Neighbors
think,
1.
What do you think of Neighbors 2?
I thought it was fucking
I
hilarious.
like both. I liked both as a series.
I thought it was fucking
I
hilarious.
thought the second one was okay.
Dude,
It had its moments.
I love the airbag scene.
I love that.
It was recycled from the first one a little bit.
It was recycled. Not only was it recycled, but every single trailer and like commercial for the movie used it. So when it happened,
True.
it was just dead.
True.
It was
That's
a
how I
dead
feel.
joke.
Well, I
That's
hadn't
what that
seen
was
any
funny,
of the
dude.
commercials.
Yeah, I don't really watch a lot of TV, homie.
Neither do I. But dude, you go on YouTube.
I don't really watch trailers.
Dude, you.
It's not shit I spend my time doing, homie.
Dude, I want to know about a movie. I watch
You
it.
tell me about movies. You're the one that knows about all this weird shit. You're like, hey, this one 14-minute film came out in this one random country. It's only in this language in black and white. That's
What?
the only way I can get it.
What did I do that? What are you talking about? When did I do that?
I feel like that's just you as a person, dude. You're like, yeah, I found this. It has like hard encrypted Chinese subtitles. I can't get it off, but I got it for you.
Hey, that doesn't mean jack shit.
I can see that. I
That could be any movie with hard encoded Chinese subtitles. That's just what happens when you get a movie too early, bro.
Oh shit!
This is more torrent talk in here.
For sure, load it.
It's no longer shed talk. We've now broken into torrent talk.
The deep web.
Yeah. Dude, the deep web. You used to like to look up on the deep web, didn't you?
Dude, I spent a lot of time on the
deep web. You used to use a VPN, didn't you? Or did you use something else?
I honestly don't know.
That's sad.
Tavis downloaded The Onion and I went to town. Or not The Onion, what's it called?
The Onion is not deep web or dark web.
What is it called? It's like a browser. It's like a
I know what
browser
you're
for
talking
it.
about.
Is it a VPN
I think
browser?
it is called The Onion. It's a browser for
It's
it.
not the Onion.
Or it's just called
The
Onion.
The Onion
It's a fucking
is like
fake
a
news
news.
Yeah,
thing.
no. It's just called Onion. Onion browser. That's what it's called.
Is it like a VPN browser?
I-
Garth,
It constantly
look
it constantly changes your IP address.
it up. Okay, so it'd be like a VPN.
Yeah, just repeatedly bouncing it.
Are you on the dark web? Is that what you're
No,
telling
I
me?
just have a VPN.
Are you soliciting for cocaine?
Yeah, he wants.
or
He has a
drugs?
VPN so no one can DDoS him.
I used to scroll through.
You
Honestly,
were Morgan.
What?
You were Morgan.
Morgan. He I spent a lot of time researching links to different dark websites, and I would scroll through them just out of sheer interest. And the ones that intrigued me the most were the ones where you could buy guns, the ones where you could buy drugs, and the
okay.
ones where you could buy human beings.
Yeah.
Because the ones where you can buy human beings fucks with my head a little bit.
Did you ever peruse and see what humans they got?
Dude, it's a little weird.
What's the variety you got here? We're talking like anybody, or we're
They
talking like
have
only
going rate for
broad
white males?
Right?
a broad selection of human beings.
Both male and female?
All ages,
Nice.
lots
Interesting.
of different nationalities.
What's the going rate for said human being?
Yeah. Well, wait, hold on. Before let's talk about budget. What's the cheapest human being?
I don't remember, but I think it's like.
What?
I think it's like.
What's the cheapest human / age range
That you...
to purchase?
Yeah.
Could you even guess?
I
Just
honestly don't. Remember.
Let's all take a guess. Who do you?
I don't remember,
This
but
is gonna
I
get
think
racist as
I-
shit. Who do you think should be the cheapest human beings?
I think if I roughly remember, and this
Maybe
is gonna sound racist,
Mexicans.
but if I roughly remember,
Greeks.
if you're like older
What?
and you're darker
Egyptians.
skinned,
No,
you're only
Greeks.
worth like $30,000. But if you're
Italians,
younger and you're white
Why?
skinned, especially female, you
fat
can be worth
and just
upwards
eat a
of
lot of
$100,000.
sausage.
Not really.
So-
Not all Italians.
So just dark
Have you
skin.
not seen Italian soccer games?
Doesn't matter what ethnicity.
Do I have to
You
slap
can be
you?
white,
Well,
but if you're like
I'm sure
fucking
there's
hot
a
dog
Chinese,
I'm
skin-
sure there's
dude,
a chain, but I'm
overpopulation.
sure it's mostly
I'm sure it's like
features
helping them out.
in
Like,
terms of
I bet
attractiveness.
some of their
um,
fucking citizens
skin
go
tone.
missing every blue moon.
Okay.
Please apply the Asian here.
Yeah.
So I think we've come to a conclusion that we think that the cheapest would be the Asians.
Asians.
You guys?
Yeah.
Really? There is a
Yeah.
lot.
As a unit.
There's I would say probably the Chinese. There's-
Yeah,
I don't-
See, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
I don't know.
Overpopulation.
I don't know
Yeah.
if Asians would be the cheapest. I feel like they'd be the easiest to get a hold
No,
of
it's-
at a decent rate. You know
Well,
what I mean?
it's
Chinese.
Consistent rates, nonetheless.
That's just a market. when you got an overabundance of something, you
That's
sell
what
it
I'm
for
saying.
cheap.
That's what I was telling
Fucking
Tristan,
true.
dude.
I guess that's real.
Like when you have it, that's why they do like, oh, we got a freaking overstock sale. Or, we got too many of these freaking couches, so come buy some for cheap.
Yo, bro, I just found a stack of CDs on the shelf behind me
Oh.
in the shed.
Oh god.
Just look through them. There's one that I want to talk about. It's called Evolution versus God.
Hardwood Classic Series, Patrick Ewing Standing Tall.
Prom
Prom
I know.
Night, widescreen.
What'd you buy? What kind of drugs would you buy? I buy coke, dude. Fuck it. I buy coke off of the
What?
Would
smart
you?
web. Yeah, dude. Coke and shrooms.
I'd probably be going for DMT. It's definitely
DMT?
harder to get
I'd
get
be
a hold
going
of,
for
but
none
on-
of them because
but, like-
all I do is smoke weed.
But like, I honestly don't know
And
if
I
I
live
could.
in Oregon. I can just get that.
I honestly don't know if I
much.
could say that because like I have almost like I'm not a religious person, but I have an almost, you could say, religious attachment to DMT, where a lot of people say that it's like what you experience when you die, and I feel like we have to live a whole life to get to the end where we die. and there's a point to
It
that.
is, isn't it? It's freaking your brain releases
Yeah.
freaking DMT when you die and when you're born.
It's
Yeah.
just a hologram that you go into.
The robot.
It's just the hologram
robots-
that you go into.
I feel
the
like you're
robots
supposed
in
to.
Westworld would know all about that.
I
Fuck
feel
yeah,
like
dude.
I feel like as a being, you're supposed to wait for that time period, before you experience that. Because I feel like if you do it early, something in your permanent universal cycle is set off. I
Permanent
guess you could
universal
say.
cycle.
Damn, dude. Damn.
Then don't do it, man. I would do it if I could get a hold of it.
I don't know
and
if I
be
could.
sure
Like,
sure that it actually was, because who knows what some motherfucker's gonna try to pass off to you here in Oregon.
yeah,
Pretty much.
You can't trust people around here,
Yeah,
like
that's real.
for that kind of shit.
done way too many different types of acid that have way too mentally fucked me up. So I don't fuck with a lot of drugs anymore.
I don't fuck with drugs.
I like shrooms. Though.
Dare, dude.
I would do
Shrooms are
shrooms, dude. Shrooms,
Shrooms
are
are
awesome.
so much fun.
I
Oh,
did.
dude, they're so
Okay,
fun.
let's talk about this. I once did a shroom candy.
I thought you were gonna say
shroom
I
candy.
once did a
A
shroom.
shroom candy.
I was gonna be like a single shroom.
It was like the size. It was like slightly larger than a Tootsie Roll,
I've done a.
and we cut it into 5 different pieces, and we all had a little piece.
Yeah. But your roll up.
Oh my god, it was nuts. They used a shroom extract for it,
Damn.
so like they extracted fucking
The pure
poison.
psilocybin?
Essentially, yeah.
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 I've had a shroom chocolate that I did at work.
That's
And
like what it was
Fucking
essentially.
intense.
It was the nastiest thing ever. It just tasted like ass.
Yeah.
But the one that they had, if you don't split it between 5 or 6 people, it'll kill you.
Oh
Like,
fuck.
rubber.
It was super strong.
Yeah, they're gnarly.
It was incredibly strong. 2 of the 5 people like had some bad trips,
That sucks.
and yeah, they didn't have like a great time. But man, my trip was amazing.
I always have fun when I'm.
I was like
shrooms.
touching this cut wood that had like these almost holographic patterns coming off them, and when I touched it, it would vibrate, and it would send like almost like a certain
frequency.
yeah, frequency through my arm.
Yeah,
It was
fucking.
awesome.
On shrooms, I've only had one like experience that actually had me scared. I was in a bathroom and it was me and my girlfriend. We were sitting there and she was having a mental breakdown because like, we were all fucking frying. And I heard outside like a thud, da, 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 da. And I thought the person that one of the people we were frying with was outside, and I thought that because she was frying really hard,
Right.
extremely hard. We were on penis envies; they're a really intense type of mushroom.
Okay.
And I thought like, because my mom and like my aunts and stuff are like nurses, or at least they were at some point in their life. So like I'm aware of like a lot of medical shit, and I thought that was the sound of her hitting the ground
Uh-huh.
and her body like convulsing.
Like seizure.
And I
up?
thought she was having a seizure.
Mhm.
And I stood up and flew out of that bathroom, and it was her like landing into a couch, like a rocking one, and it was
Yeah.
hitting the wall
Oh, okay.
afterwards. And I came out and I thought she was like going to be on the ground. I was going to like call 911 and deal with all this shit. And she was just fine. And I just started crying. Like just started bawling my fucking eyes out. Like,
Dathen.
yo. Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Fuck.
I just hate
Yeah.
this bong and then I set
Oh.
it down to tell a story.
Yeah.
So
Well, I feel like we've gone a little over an hour now.
We might as well
Yeah.
bring it to an end.
Yeah.
oh damn, let's have fun.
Oh,
Well-
dude, hey man, the fun will never end.
Yeah, but we don't have that many listeners, and it's hard to get people to listen this long as it is.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, like our last episode was like an hour and a half, and we didn't get too many listens. Nobody liked it, which that was kind of a discerning thing.
Because they're all fucking haters, dude, who hate their lives and they just don't like to listen.
Basically,
Hey,
if you don't like the show, fuck
hey,
you.
no, I want the
If you don't
haters.
chew big red,
Bring the
fuck you.
haters. I would love to have some haters. If we got haters, that means we're doing something right.
Pretty much, dude.
That means we're doing something for people to hate, and that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds like something I want to do.
Get bit by a tarantula or tarantula hawk.
No.
Oh my god.
A To ranch Mohawk.
Those things are crazy. Have you seen that video?
No.
Yeah, on YouTube. Freaking.
What's that channel called?
Coyote
Brave
Peterson.
Wilderness.
Shouts out Brave Wilderness.
Brave Wilderness, yeah.
This dude has his own page though. Coyote Peterson.
Well, yeah, but you can find them on YouTube at Brave Wilderness. There's only one.
We're shouting out to everybody right now.
What do you mean? There's only one?
There's. What do you think? There's two Brave. What do you think? There's two Brave
I thought you had
Wilderness.
videos. I was like, no, there's multiple videos, dude.
Yeah.
Did you see how we got attacked by a cactus before he caught it?
Yeah.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's great. There you go. But yeah. So this has been Shed Talk. This has been Shed Talk. So
We're the original Talking Sheds.
Listen to us.
yeah,
True
Or
Big
don't.
Red.
Or do.
yeah. If
Probably
you,
should.
You're a True Big Red. Fuck
If you're not a Nazi, you'll listen.
Fuck yeah.
yeah, if you're not a Nazi or like somebody, well, who knows? Who knows who's gonna get offended by possible conspiracy theory talks?
Everybody.
Any- Anybody and everybody.
Everybody.
True.
Everybody hates us.
Yeah.
Hey, if this gets us even more haters, I don't give a
Perfect.
fuck, dude. Exactly.
They'll start listening because they're like, what the fuck are those motherfuckers gonna do next?
We're gonna have rednecks at the door and shit. Fuck you,
Dude, all right. One thing I want to add to that. I worked at this job where I cleaned boats, and all the boats had CB radios.
Awesome,
And
dude.
I was sitting
CBs
on the
are
dock
awesome.
one day, and this thing comes in, and it's just these two hick-ass truck drivers, probably,
Yes.
probably going up I-5, and they're just talking about how the Confederate flag doesn't really offend black people. They just want something to be mad at. And they're going back and forth, and I literally just cued in and was just like, are you fucking kidding me? And they're both like, well, who is this? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I just like started laughing. It was like, oh my fucking god. Like,
Okay.
That's hella funny.
That's a funny story. I don't know if I believe you that you got on the CB radio and was like, are you kidding me?
I would, dude.
dude, I'm straight up damn it.
Have you ever seen Joyride with Paul Walker?
Possibly. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's where they.
Isn't that horror movie?
Didn't get
It's the one where he gets stabbed through the fucking gut with a goddamn rebar.
That's his.
That's his
brother.
real life
Yeah.
documentary.
And
Jesus
Too
Christ.
soon. Sorry.
it's fucked up.
Jeez.
No, that's his brother,
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he doesn't get stabbed through the gut. He gets stabbed in like the fucking
Come on. Man.
quad.
I
And
like to come on,
Yeah,
man.
last time I
Full
saw the
bent
movie, I was
rebar.
like young as fuck.
I own that movie, dude. It's fucking awesome. I love it, dude. They fuck around with a trucker because they're driving cross country to pick up this girl that he likes from. So they're like in California, and they go to the East Coast, pick her up, and then they're gonna come back to California.
That's why you don't go to the East Coast, man. You get fucking crazy ass truck drivers.
Well, they
Moral of
fucking
the story.
yeah, right. They throw a CB radio in there, and they fucking start
Wait, what? So they purposely put a CB radio?
just to fuck with truckers. Yeah, dude. They fucking start talking. They make up names and shit, and they
and,
get
so, and so you watch this movie. I'm assuming like all the people die.
no.
Just
They
about
do
all
not
of them.
die. Like, I think only one person in the whole movie dies, and that's this hotel attendant because they get
I
this
thought you
trucker.
said that his brother got stabbed through the quad or something.
He does. He gets stabbed because he's about to kill him. Like, he basically kidnaps the girl that they went to pick up, ties her up in a chair with a shotgun facing her, and when the cops are gonna come in to open the fucking door, the shotgun's supposed to blow her fucking brains out, and his brother is fucking in the back of the hotel, because this all happens in a hotel, and he's fucking stabbed through the fucking leg with a rebar, hanging on a fucking fence, and so it gets intense. And the whole reason this trucker did that is because they get the trucker to meet them at a hotel, because Paul Walker's playing this chick on the CB radio, telling this trucker that he's gonna meet up with him at this certain hotel
And street
and
racing.
fuck him. And
And fuck them.
straight up, dude. And he's all like, bring a bottle of fucking pink champagne, and he does that. And they watch him. They're across the street from the fucking hotel, watching this dude go in there and fucking find nobody. And he comes out, kills the fucking manager, attendant person in the front. And then he's like, "Now I'm gonna hunt you niggas down because you guys fuck with me."
I don't remember this movie at all.
It's old.
I feel
It's
like
fucking old,
yeah,
dude.
I remember the movie itself, but not like the movie.
Right.
Like what happens.
Just the
Well, I
scene
don't
where they
some-
speed race.
But I feel like we should start doing a thing for the podcast where we just watch some random movie. Like just some
Denny
movie
going to
that
town on that beer.
Everybody go home and watch the documentary The 13th if you have Netflix. Check it out.
What is that about?
It's about the criminalization of black people in America.
Cool.
And it's really interesting.
Alright, that could be our first one, I guess.
All right. Well, we said we were gonna wrap this up like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
ago.
No, dude. Your idea of time is faulty.
It's about 3 or 4 minutes ago.
Yeah,
According to that thing.
it wasn't that long
Okay.
ago.
Either way, a bit ago,
We're shed talking. We should shut the fuck up, right?
Yeah.
pretty much.
Throw it in the
Tristan?
shed. Lock it
Jacob?
up.
Dathen.
Denny,
And Garth is here as well. Again,
Garth, yeah.
silent as a fucking
motherfucker, dude. Post.
Say something, Garth. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
There we go.
He said something.